What is up, Lost World Crew? Welcome back. We got kind of a special video here. We got access onto a mine that is on private property, and it's a pretty prominent mine, well known. They asked me to keep the name out of it, so you're not going to get to know the name. Just know that first discovered 1916, started getting mined over here, and was a massive producer of mercury. And yeah, they let us get onto the property, check it out, and they drove us right over to our first spot, which is going to be the hopper. It's the old hopper. So this whole area up here is now for some timbering, but this is where they would bring all their ore, send it down. And look, we got some old cardboard cans, buckets. Barrel probably. There we go, more barrels too. Sweet. Old rock, or is this a block of it? No, it's a cut stone. It's a slab of some sort. Alright, let's check this out. It's huge. Wow, absolutely massive. Look at that. Oh, super cool. It continues too, man. This thing's huge. So it's probably multi-leveled for sure. Yeah, it comes all the way down here. So this hopper is a Scott hopper, or that was the name, Scott. Off the records at least. And this was first erected up, or at least this hopper was it 1920? It's a 25-ton hopper. Old barrels. Oh yeah, what's this? We got our processor down here too. Dude, this is huge. Yeah, there it goes. That's part of the chute right there. High side of the hopper here. And it's just falling apart, so soon this stuff won't even be here to be able to be seen. Check out this barrel. Oh, that's heavy too. All right, we got hydro. Some more carbide cans all over the place, oil cans. Look, there's the creek and stuff. Look at this. Wow, incredible. I believe this stuff is, let's see. I know they were doing mercury extraction, so I wonder if a lot of this was part of that process that's down here. Lots of piping. Troughed here. Some more hydro. Oh, look at that fungus growing on it. That's wild. I'll have to do a little more research and put in, see what this exactly was, see if I can find some pictures for you. Wow, yeah, you can hear the creek flowing down there too. We'll go up this way just so we could see some of this stuff. Wow, awesome. This thing had to be huge, dude. Holy crap. So we got an old trail here too going up. We're gonna go this way. go see what this is. I don't know, storehouse. Probably, that's what I would imagine. Or these guys said there was a furnace here too, so furnace has got to be around here. That's gonna be big too. All right, we'll get topside. I think there's one more thing right here somewhere. We'll check it out. This right here might have just been a processing trough. No, this had to be water supply. Fill it up right here and then flow down that way, down to those lower processors where they could actually get the mercury out. Sweet, absolutely massive. All right, so we're at the tailings of the mine, and they were telling me there's a bear that comes through here, and you can see this pretty prominent trail here that comes out, and that's where he's been walking through the cinnabar washout coming out of the mine. But right here you can see where I'll walk over to the actual mine portal in a second. You can see where the mine was actually at right there. And then you have your flow or runoff that are hitting all these tailing piles coming down. But right here's some track, and the way it's curved, man, they probably brought that out, came this way, came back this way, and we are standing on the tailing piles. So we got that, the winch cable right here underneath. And some old piping where they were probably trying to mitigate the water flow coming right down there at the bottom. But we'll walk over here real quick to this mine. And yeah, we just hiked around for a second. There's no access actually into it, so maybe one day it'll erode enough to where it clears out the side. Look at all these ponds. Apparently this is where the bear likes to come hang out. You can see all these old pipes coming out, probably mitigating it. And sure enough, the entrance is right there where that all big collapses. That's where it should be. And yeah, fully collapsed in. Look at how this stains everything though. And it's just pouring, absolutely pouring out of here. This had to be probably the first adit down there, and then maybe the second adit right here. I think the second or the first adit's on the side over there collapsed completely, but there's no water running. This guy right here though, look at that flow. That's all cinnabar runoff. Pretty crazy. All right, we'll go check out this furnace, see if we can't find anything else right there, but this furnace is pretty huge. There you go, look at all the tracks right there. Pulled through with old pipes. And yeah, sure enough, the tracks do come this way. And they pop out right over here. Right on the tailing pile there. Sweet. So let's keep going. And here we got the smokestack. Check these boys out. Big old furnace. 4 runners. And we are for sure gonna crawl into them. Let's take a look at here. And they were mining coal just below this area right here. And sure enough, oh yeah. Let's get it. Oh yeah, dude. This is where they were cooking it. Turning cinnabar into mercury. Big old metal rod in here. This is pretty sweet though. We can see how they got wood in there too. Do whatever you can, composition, to make a wall sturdy here. But yeah, they were getting charcoal from down below, or coal from down below, low grade coal, and bringing them up here to cook all their furnaces. Let's see, or run their furnaces. Let's see if we can get over into the next side. On the other one. There's something over there still. All right, we'll crawl out of this one and go over to the other one. Look at that though. Cinnabar with quartz. Bring that out for him to check out too. Pretty sweet. Wow. Crazy how well it's lasted this long, especially with it being so, like, you can see how much of this has crumbled already. Couple more years, man. This might not even be here. Might not even be here. Look at that. All right, let's get out of this one. See what's in this guy right here. We'll go to the back side of it. Oh, old wood. Open and close. Probably the air stacks. There's dead trees everywhere. There we go. Look at this. This is an old wheel piece here. Let's see if we can pull that out. This is actually a barrel. Yeah, you guys can see that right there. So this is actually part of it, probably on the top where they had the flute. Let's move it out. Let's see if we can even get in there. Oh, we sure can. That one's cut open a little bit more too. Let's go over to the top. Cracked out from the side. This thing's insane, dude. This thing's massive. Yeah, I know. Wow. You can see on the back side here where they had the road. The road on this backside. This tree fell pretty recently. But look at the top of that thing. Oh, that's crazy. I don't think there's gonna be much on this backside here, but we don't leave without seeing it. Yeah, nothing else back there. Sweet though. Nice, and I'll insert some information about it right here so we can see what date it was, how big it was, how much material they moved through it. Crazy. Absolutely crazy. Well, iron rods in the rest of the pieces from it. Those are actually massive, so I wonder if that was part of the platform. Yeah, that was all platform. Coming out? Yeah, this is all platform right here. These big chunks. And I think down here probably, yeah, probably the same game right here. Look at that. Nice piece of quartz too, man. Tons of old brick. Like in a prime, put that in there too. The old mill. Look at these cars. I didn't even see these just now. We're driving by these guys right here. Look at these guys. Old school. We're on someone else's property now, so we're gonna keep it inside the truck. But all right, Lost World Crew. We just got done with their property, and now there's some BLM. Now, when I was first going to these mines, I don't know how, but I ended up getting some confusion. And the mine that I wanted to go see is actually the one we're going to right now. It's the Cinnabar mine. And just like kind of the one that we were just seeing a second ago, it's Cinnabar, but this one's all on BLM, but surrounded by private property. So we have to hike the hills to get over to it instead of driving the road that goes straight up to it. That's what we're about to do. This one's way older. 1870 is the latest that it said it was worked. Also, check this out. We got a giant piece of coal. These are stuff they let me take from the mine up there, mine property. And then they got us some really cool pieces of quartz and cinnabar mixed together there. And then just some really interesting quartz that I saw that was up there. But the coal is probably one of the coolest pieces here. I've never held raw coal before, but that is pretty freaking sweet. So we're gonna grab our gear here and yeah, we'll gear up and we'll start heading up. And the ascent begins. Look at this drainage right here. Probably full of mercury. Yep, so cinnabar, obviously, I don't know if you guys know this or if I said it yet, but cinnabar is main producer of mercury. That's what we get cinnabar for, is for mercury. Not much use of it after, but other than like dyes, pigments, that kind of stuff. It shouldn't be super steep, so it should be a pretty easy hike up to it. And yeah, but that's why a lot of this got shut down. It didn't produce too much. The mine that we were at a minute ago, that one did produce, I mean, a lot. This one though, not so much. Ladies and gentlemen, the cinnabar tailing piles. And already I'm walking up on some artifacts. Some kind of filter. I'm not too sure, but that is really cool. We're gonna stack this over by this other thing that I found. I haven't walked up on it yet, so we'll see right now. Oh man, we might hike back down just to get the metal detector and swipe around a little bit, see what this place is looking like. Now look at that can, the yellow can up there. We'll put these right next to each other. What is this? Oil? Oil can? A gas can? Probably gas. Diesel, probably. That's pretty cool. Put those guys right next to each other. Look at this stinking mushroom. Bright red orange. Sweet, so we'll go up and check out those mines, but then we'll come back down to these flat spots here and see if we can't find any more artifacts. But let's get up there to the mine. Yeah, we just got up here to it and we'll check it out. Oh yeah, look, there's a stamp on it. Oh, who knows what it says? No, I don't know what it says, but looks like we might find one that we will be able to read eventually. Oh yeah, look at that. CKTON and then O2. I don't know. And there's a bunch of these round ones too. Lots of these really round bricks, rounded bricks here. Those are super cool. Well, let's check this out real quick. It's probably a processing area. Yeah, dude, look at that. Look, there's more up there too. We'll go check that out, but let's see what this is. I don't know. It almost looks like it was completely mounted down in there. I have no idea. Look at that, dude. How awesome is this? And that road's right there too, so that road comes right up to it. Let's get up top. Dude, this is amazing. Hopefully we can actually get into the mine. We'll see, but If not, this is still super cool infrastructure. Look at this, guys. Wow. We had some barrels and tin up there, it looks like. It actually looks like they were cooking something out. There's a bunch of holes in that one. Big old concrete block just taken over by nature. And look at this, guys. Beautiful. I'll find out exactly what these were for, and I will definitely put it in. For there being such little information on this mine, there's a lot here. There is an absolute ton of stuff here, and I'm baffled. Can't see any of this online. Nothing. Google Earth, you won't be able to see it too thick, and LiDAR just shows it has a couple holes. So let's go look at, oh look, there's more cans there too. Let's go check these out. It looks like there's some stuff over there too. We'll go look at that, and then we'll come to this top tailing. That looks like a carbide can right there. And then yeah, look at cut in half barrel. Whoa, look at that motor oil. Motor oil. Oh, motor oil. That's for the boys. Look at this barrel. Could have been used for anything. Water, just carrying crap, who knows. And then this looks like just some sheet metal here. Yeah, there's some sheet metal with junk underneath it. Actually, got a bunch of ore in it. Got a bunch of rocks. Probably nothing important, but who knows? You never know. It could have been the box of gold underneath that. All right, let's go check this out, because I'm pretty sure I saw like a giant pipe flowing from over here. Look, there's another giant piece of steel. Wow. Wow, look at that. Big old piece of steel piping. So we got tons of platforms over here. Another some more sheet metal. Porcelain jar. Big old jar of some sort. Looks like all the pieces there. You can piece it back together. Some more sheet metal down that way. And I think that pipe I saw might have just been a downed tree over here, but there is platforms. Let's go check them out. I found the mine. I found the mine. We found it. All right, mine's right there. We'll check out this lower section first and see what we got. Look at that. There's the other piece of what was over there. What the hell is it? It is a pipe of some sort, but it's closed on one end. I don't know, giant rock crusher? I have no idea. Tree down, there's the rest of that road. Another piece of massive metal. It almost looks like a, that almost looks, I don't know, let me see. That almost looks like it was for steam or water, some sort. Looks like we got an old building here. Here we go. Got some more cans. Or sheet metal, not a can. Got some chicken wire. Look at this. Jackpot. Bunch of old wood. I think this probably was a structure at some point. 100%. What is this thing? Almost looks like a step. It's like a step off a cat or something. Wow. Old concrete blocks. I'm not really sure what that is or why that's there. Old ties. Big old pipe coming out of the ground there. There's metal everywhere. If I brought the metal detector up here, we'd be beep, 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 everywhere, dude. Pretty sweet. Oh yeah, the rock stack. Look at that, that's pretty cool. Look, the moss is starting to grow. And then I just noticed, look at this shoe that is being taken over by nature again. Everything goes back. Pony. I have no idea. This is kind of cool though. Look at this big old platform up here. That's where the mine is. Look at this big old barrel. Oh, that's so cool, man. Oh, that's awesome. Wait a minute. That might be one of the chutes. There we go. I don't know, cars, transmission, some kind of something spin, drive shaft. Oh, another can here. Looks like a paint can. Paint or oil, one of the two. All right, let's keep going up. What is this? I'm pretty sure this is an ore chute. Boom, look at that. Look at the ore chute. Heck yeah, dude. Look at that. Look how awesome. This would sit up on the hill somewhere and I'd dump the ore down and it would follow its path all the way to wherever they were trying to dump it into. I don't know if there's probably, we saw sheet metal the whole way down, so there's probably way more than what's right here. And look, there goes the, looks like a little piece of the metal, what's it called? The lever system right there for it, open and closing. We're like standing on a box spring, I guess. I just felt like I was floating. There's a box spring right here, an old chair. Who knows what else is buried underneath all that. What is this? Big old tub of something. Big old something metal. And then what do we got here? Looks like a big old piece of metal cut off, turned into, it looks like it was an old like water heater kind of thing. What it looks like, accumulator maybe. And there's another big old metal bucket. And you know we love these metal buckets. These things are awesome, man. Look at that. Faucet. This is for water too. Well, I see the mine. And we're going in it. How beautiful. Look at this. Nice big old platform here for them to work. What do we got here? An old gate or something. Yep. Tons of piping up the hill as well. So we'll hit the top before we leave. We'll check that out. But let's gear up and get inside this mine. Dang it. I'm not sure how I forgot this down here, but we're going back up. All right, sprinting back up the mountain now. We got the batteries. Almost back to the bottom of the tailings here. We gotta go this way. Wow. I'll tell you what, that's further than I thought it was the first time. All right, show it when we get there. All right, heading in. Throw the bag in first. Oh, she goes. Oh, yeah. It's still absolutely freezing outside, guys. Sorry about the sniffing. Whew, musty. Musty and dusty. Look at the instant. Asbestos. I don't know if I'm not gonna breathe too much right here. Look at that. Lots of bugs. Wow. Look at the sulfides. Very powdery. Wow. Lots of animals in here, so good air. Wow, we got our first shaft. Holy crap, that goes a long way, son. Let me drop a rock here. That's a ways down. Wow. I wonder if that keeps going. Tons of bats down there too, though. Wow. Just like a little pocket over here, it looks like. Oh, we got some coal. Check it out, T. It's coal, man. That's really cool. Oh, there's an old bit. Look at that. Dude, I could be like the videos we watch, T. Look at this. Just picking away at the coal, dude. Waiting for the whole top to come down on the top of you, dude. Let's see what's going on here. There's some rope over here, so look at the big old vein of that coal. This goes up. Wow, look at this. What was it, like cobblestone? Alright. Let's try to get up this thing a little bit here. Alright. Where the hell does this go? I don't know. It's a little tough of a climb here. Wow, look at that. Trying to think of how I could get up this thing, guys. Hold on a second. Everything's real slippery here. There's another adit here. There's something. We made it up. Wow, look at that. Look at this pink. The pink is crazy. Big old rocks for holding that rope. That was my little anchor there. And it looks like this is a collapse. Yeah. Yep. Big old collapse. All right. I'm gonna safely get down this thing, so I gotta put you guys away. All right, that wasn't a bad climb at all. Let's get back down here. Everything is super, almost like talc, super slick and soft. And that coal just crumbles. Look at this, dude. I don't have to do anything to it. All right, let's keep going. Big old pit. Maybe we'll find a way down. Oh, looks like another collapse. It looks like somebody's been crawling around in there, dude. So we might crawl through. And there's some nicotine in there. Let's check this way. Wow, dude, what the heck? There's got to be a lower way in. I don't know. Big old stope. Who knows what's on the other side of it, but I can't get over this stuff. It's just gonna crumble. Wow. Huge though. All right, let's go see if we can't crawl through that stuff. What do we got? Some gloves. Nothing too crazy. Switch this back. Put the bag down for a minute. See if we can't go for a crawl. All right, here we go. Pull this to the side here. There we go. All right, here we go. Those mushrooms? Oh God, dude. I'll tell you what, I'm not a caver. I'll go through that side maybe, but this side, dude, this is like not my game. Crawling through crap like this. Let's see. Kind of looks like it just stops there anyway. This collapse right here came from the top, and I wouldn't mind crawling that way a little. Give me a little something. Give Papa a little sweet treat. That'll come out with us. All right. Crap, dude. I need to have children. All right. Let me dig this out a little bit and see if we can't make it just slightly wider to get in. Oh, it's rock solid. It's rock solid. I mean, I could very well crawl through this. Very easily crawl through this, I think. Do I want to? Hold on, there's something. Sounds like something was thumping. I don't know. Shine it, Lost World Crew. Let's give it a shot. If we can't get through, I'll just back out of it. But the chance of us getting like stuck or anything in here, so. Oh. Belly crawl that. Ugh. What the hell is that? Alright, I'll keep going a little bit. This is like this fucking moss, dude. Whatever this is. Alright, we're in another part of the mine. And this looks like it might collapse right here anyway. Whew. Super crumbly mine, I'll tell you that much. Wow, look at the coal. Oh yeah, dude. This is crazy. Hey. You can see where this just slid right off the side. Oh. Oh, it's clay. Look at that. That's clay. All right, we'll get to the end of this thing and yeah, this is all clay. People have been back here a little bit. Wow. Pretty sweet. This clay layer. There you go, Jake. This clay layer is crazy. Look at that. Pure clay. That's pretty cool. Pretty cool to see. All right, we'll crawl through that hole again. And yeah, I don't know. We'll try to see if we can find something below us to get down there. There might be another adit somewhere. So we'll go see if we can find that real quick before we head out of here. Oh, that's super cool. And it's got the coal on top. Hopefully it doesn't fall off. What is that? Clay ball somebody piled up. The clay is insane. I really was not expecting pure, beautiful clay. Or coal. Super cool. All right, let's try to climb out of this hole again. All right, let's go. Oh, my rock shattered instantly. That's sad. Oh well. Good game. Oh yeah. Let's see. Oh my butt. Look at that. It's just nasty to crawl through. There's noises coming from up there. I don't know if someone's outside or what. There's something rummaging around up there. Oh yeah. Do we go through that one, Lost World crew? Do we at least belly crawl to where we can see? I think so. Oh my gosh. I'm gonna be filthy after this one. All right, pure belly crawl. It's a shaft, or it just stops. Nope, just stops. It literally faces right there. Yeah. It smells like crap. Oh. All right. Day. Real spelunkers that be climbing through that crap. Hell of a lot smaller than me. And hell of a lot tighter holes. That's not my game, dude. No chance. Let's get this crap out of here. I don't know about the rest of that stuff. All right. Let's get out of here and see if we can't find a way down to these lower adits. That goes a little ways, dude. And I wonder if there's more up there too. Let's get out and go check it out. Because look at this. Look at this again. In case you forgot how crazy this hole was. And there's piping and stuff down there, so gotta be something. Let's get back across this thing, Mr. Bat. All right, let's get out and look around. So this is the mine we were just in. LiDAR is suggesting that there is, if I follow this down a little bit right around this corner, there should be another adit, but I don't know. It also just kind of looks like a cutout. So we'll just quickly cruise over there, see if that is indeed an adit or not. If not, we'll head down, and all the rest of the holes that I thought I saw were these platforms down here that I was seeing, where yeah, all the different concrete blocking and processing stuff was. So but we'll take a look around this corner real quick, because why not, and see what else we missed. We're on the old road. This is it right here, and it says right as soon as this S is, and then S is back on our left hand side here, there should be an adit or a hole or a cutout of some sort. I think I see it. Yeah, there's the cutout right there. We'll see if it's an actual hole or not. And it is just a cutout. Maybe. Used to go maybe. Who knows? Look at this big slice of wood. Look at that. That's actually stinking beautiful, dude. Someone come help me pack this out. Whoa. This is cool. All right, what do we got here? Someone piled up some artifacts here. Yeah, it's just a barrel that they threw some of the ties into. And then, yeah, just oil cans. So yeah, again, unless I find an adit going in on the way down, that's gonna be it. So we'll see you back in the truck. Yeah, we'll catch you guys next one. Love your adventure, risk it all. Thank you again to the property owners. You guys are awesome, and I'll see you guys soon. Peace.